Well, welcome back again, everyone, and today I'm reviewing a new cigar, probably to a lot of you and as well to me. This is from Toro y León, a Nicaraguan company, and they have two different cigars that they highlight, but today we are reviewing the Habano Claro. It's a very nice looking, almost Connecticut shade wrapper. I guess you would call it a Connecticut shade. It has just the slightest reddish tint to it, just a little hue of red, but it's pretty much a Connecticut, as you can tell. All their cigars are done in the Cuban-esque style, triple capped. And it has a very nice density. This is a Robusto. It's actually called the Famosos, is the one they go by. There's your density again. It's 5 by 52, but this cigar weighs as much as a double Corona. I mean, it is very weighty in the hand, which is very good, and you can see how tightly bunched it is. This should be a good cigar. I actually, let's see what size it was I had before. I believe it was the Historicals, which was the 7 by 48. I sampled it earlier in the weekend, so this should be good. It was a good cigar, and I have a feeling this Robusto size may have a little more pop to it. I hope it does. So that's a little bit on the cigar, so now we need to get to it and sample it. Alright, the first thing we need to do, again, I'm impressed. I always like triple cap cigars. So let's take just a little as possible off of this triple cap. That's good. There we go. Draw is very good for such a heavy cigar. As I said before, this has a lot of weight to it. I can already detect a lot of, well, I actually got a couple different things there. A citrusy note, which is a lot like the grapefruit citrus, and thought I detected almond. No, the grapefruit citrus is by far the first thing you get. It tasted like a little, not almond, wound up being vanilla, backing the grapefruit. Very nice amount of pepper, probably 7 out of 10. A nice blast of pepper as soon as you light it up. I've got to touch this up just a hair, right on the edge there. That's going to do it. Actually, there's coffee notes there now. Very nice. So I'm going to let it settle down, and if anything, let the burn totally even out. As you can see, there it is. It's not bad, but I'm going to hold it like that for a while and let it even out. We'll be right back with those flavor updates after it settles down. Okay, the flavors have somewhat settled down. Still have the grapefruit citrus, semi-sweet, little sweetness to it, not much. More of a cream backing it now, I would describe it, rather than vanilla. You also have coffee. There are other subtle flavors in there. Wood is one, and you can detect that, and it's very nice. And mixed in with that grapefruit citrus, you get hints of cedar. You almost have to look for them, but it came to me. I noticed it. I didn't look for it so much, but it's very, very subtle. Now the finish is more of a toasted vanilla and some of those wood notes. The pepper, as I said before, is very good. The burn did indeed pretty much even out. This cigar, because of its density, will have to be smoked slower than you might usually smoke a Robusto. It's very dense, but it has a nice draw, so it's not a big deal. It's just going to burn evenly if you smoke it slowly. On the draw, where you normally don't taste a lot of flavors when it's just coming in, you can detect cream. And as soon as you get it all into your mouth, the grapefruit explodes. So that's interesting. The cigar is just about what I would call mild right now. So it's, and that's to be expected with this type of wrapper, because the wrapper gives so much of the flavor. But it is Nicaraguan, so I expect it to move past mild, quickly moving to mild to medium, or medium, I would imagine. So that's where we are right now. And I am about a ½ inch in. And this is only a 5-inch cigar, so we won't be here that long. But the Toro Claro Famosos 5x52 Robusto, going along nicely. Nice initial flavors. Well, I'm about 1 inch in, and now you get some richness on the cream notes. The grapefruit citrus now combines nicely with a beginning to be rich cream. The finish is now one more of a cream, and there's a nice amount of lingering pepper, probably 4 or 5 out of 10. It's just a nice amount of lingering pepper on the finish. So otherwise, the cigar is burning nicely. It's going along nicely. It's a nice cigar. Anytime richness appears on any of the notes, it makes the cigar better, in my opinion. So the richness on the cream notes on the front end really helped it. I'd like you to look at the ash. It's just about white, very light in color. And the cigar continues to be fairly mild, maybe moving more mild to medium now. So going along nicely. We'll have to see what happens next. Well, I'm not even sure I can get this in before it drops. Check out the ash. Yeah, it's about ready to go. But the reason I came back, two things. We're at the band, and on the front end there are a lot more wood notes noted with the rich cream and grapefruit citrus, and the cedar notes sort of pop in and out like they did before. The coffee is still there, a little bit in the background, subtle, but you get a lot of wood notes at this point, which are interesting and very good. The ash is about to go, so you can see, so I'm going to let it fall off in the ashtray, and it pretty much did. There's what's left. I'll let it go there. But those wood notes are very, very interesting, nice flavor with the rich cream and grapefruit citrus. The finish is still pretty much still that cream. but I thought I would tell you that. And as I said before, there we are at the band, so I will be removing it shortly, and we will continue on. Well, we're pretty much here at the end, so I'm going to wrap it up. And as you can see, the ash has done very well all day. It's burning evenly. The cigar ended up with, just as we left you before, a lot of rich notes in the grapefruit citrus, which now you get a lot more cedar notes, and the cream with the richness there. The pepper remained good. The coffee notes, wood notes are still there. The finish is very much a cream now. It had some of the wood notes or hints of them, but pretty much it's just cream. And the lingering pepper is still around a 5, possibly moved up to a 6. So it's been a very good cigar. I think their other cigar uses a Habano wrapper. I'd be very curious. I don't know if it's in production yet or wide production, but I'd be very curious to try it. This cigar was very good. Ended up medium bodied, I would say at best, but very flavorful. A mild or mild to medium or medium cigar can be very good if it's flavorful. You don't need a full bodied cigar always, every time. And I've been impressed with this cigar. Lots of things about it. The richness is always a plus in my book, and it just has just enough sweetness to it to give it a lot of flavor. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I haven't said anything bad about it at this point, and as far as a score, I'm giving it a 92. It is a very good cigar. Very dense, as we said before, and I think if you can find these, and they're limited as far as where you can find them, but you can, you'll probably have to look online. Some shops have them, so do a little homework and do yourself a favor and try it. The Toro Leon Habano Claro has been very good cigar. So I appreciate them letting me get the word out to you about this cigar. I'm going to enjoy the last little bit, but a 92.